Hey, do you want to make a cool color drop blank like this? Check out this video to see how. I think this is going to be a fun one. We're going to use Jake's Fun Funnel. It's a fun funnel. It's from Jake's Blanks. Sent these over for us to play with. There's a couple different sizes. If you want to try it, you can get them off his website. But we are going to do a 4-color color drop in these 12-inch handle blanks. So these are monster tubes. They're 1.5 by 12 inches. We're going to fill them mostly with clear, and then we're going to fun funnel 4 colors into it. Now, the colors we have are violet from Alumilite, Resin Works Prototype Teal, it's coming soon, a lime green from Divine, and a bubblegum pink from Divine. These were picked by Amy, so if it's great, she gets the credit, and if it's bad, she gets the credit. So first thing I'm going to do, for this, I'm going to actually, I don't want to fill this. I'm going to half fill it. These take about 4 ounces each, 20 ounces total. So I'm going to make 2.5 ounces of each color. That way I have a little extra. Sorry, I didn't hold that up very well. And there is a plug on the bottom. I don't know if Jake includes these or if it's an option, but that way you can fill your funnel and it's not going to leak out. And then when you're ready to pour, you pop that off and then it has 4 holes. I also have a bucket with some acetone, just a little bit in here, so I can put the funnel in there and roll it and clean it when I'm done, because I want to be able to reuse this, because these are really cool. But let's put 1.25 ounces in each of my cups. We're going to do this in stages. Because I'm doing 4 colors and I got to put them in the funnel, I want to really control my time, because I need to hit my clear right at the right time with the color to get the suspended color drop. So I don't want to do it all at once and be rushing. So let's get these 4 cups poured. Oh, how about 1.4? That's our new number, because I wasn't paying attention. And I should just pour it all in 1 cup and then pour into the others, but why do it that way when you can hold the whole gallon up? Make it more challenging. All right, so far so good. Let me grab a paper towel. Because I'm pouring so slowly, I'm getting drips on the jug here. But we're doing good. This is our part A. I always write the A on the top of my lid because I don't want to grab the wrong jug. We are there. Okay. So that's our part A. We'll put that out of the way. Now we're going to mix our colors into each one. I did shake these up, but it's always good to give them a little shake. Whoop, that should be enough. Precision is important with this. I'm going to go ahead and stir this up just to make sure I've got enough saturated color. That looks really good. The green, I don't know if I shook this one up. This one I've used a lot, so there may not be a lot left. Oh, come on, green. It's like the end of the mustard jar. Well, let's see if that's enough. If not, I will try to give it some more shaking. I think that's actually going to be enough. The green kind of acts like white. It's kind of a heavier color. Actually, we need a little more. And I am going to have to retire this jar because it's out. Okay. Let's see here. Get a little squeeze. Yep, it's done. Okay. Well, that's enough green then. What you have to remember is we're going to add part B, which will be double the volume. So if it's not enough, it'll look too thin. Now this is exciting. This is my first time using Resin Works dyes. I'm not spilling the beans because he's been talking about this on his live stream. Ooh, that flows nicely. Great color too. This is a teal. I don't know what the actual name will be. Maybe teal. Does that look like teal or is it too light?
It's really pretty.
It's a really nice color. So that looks good. So we're good on those two. And lastly, Amy picked purple. This is violet by Alumilite, but it's pretty much purple. That should be good. All right, that looks nice and purpley. Okay, so there's our 4 colors. Nice choices, Amy. Real nice. Amy doesn't have a mic, so you can't really probably hear her, but very good, very good. Okay, so next we're going to mix up our clear for these 3 tubes. Like I said, most of this is going to be filled with clear, probably 95% of it. The last 5% we want to drop the color in, which will raise the volume. So it's not a lot of color, but it's enough. Okay, we need about 45 ounces. So quite a bit. So we're going to zero that out. And we're going to add half of 45 ounces, 22 and a half. We'll see if that looks right. Not that it'll look right, it'll just be right or wrong, who knows. So there. Oh my gosh. 22.47. That is darn close to 22 and a half. That's our A. Here comes our B. I'm going to go ahead and zero it so I don't have to try to watch. We're going for 22.47. Oh boy. That's a lot of resin. Boy, I hope I didn't miscalculate that. That would be a big waste if I nailed it. Nope, 21. 22. There we go. All right, we got it. So before I start stirring, I'm going to take a quick temperature. 79 degrees. So I want to make sure that my temperature is increasing, but in addition, I want to make sure that I pour my colors at the right time. So you can see this is cloudy. When I first started, it's cloudy in here. I'm going to stir this until it gets clear. I want to scrape the bottom and the top over and over again. All right, let's check the temp. 81, so we're increasing nicely. Now I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to add my part B into these. Amy, what was the number? I think it was, we'll tear that. I'm going to weigh it. Okay, 1.5, that's right. Now it makes sense. 1.5, because we're doing 3 ounces each, right? Yeah, that sounds right. 3 ounces. Nope, 3, I guess. Okay, so we're going to do 1.5 ounces into each of these. And I am kind of under the gun because my clear is currently warming up pretty fast because that's a pretty good volume. So I want to move fairly quickly and get these stirred up because I still have to add them to the fun funnel. Now if you did have somebody with you, you could have them stirring, but we should be fine here. I should be able to make it no problem. If not, we'll have a fun funnel full of hard resin. Okay, one more. Doo-doo-doo. All right, looks good. So I'm going to start stirring these. And I want to stir these quickly, but also I need to be really efficient and make sure that the sides get scraped and the bottom gets scraped. So I'm going to just quickly go through and get them all started. Then I'll come back and stir them a little better. So I'm scraping the bottom, scraping the sides. I'm going to take a quick temp on my big guy. 87, so we're getting up there. Did a bug just land in my resin? Maybe it was a bubble. Looked like something landed in there, but I think it was a bubble. So scrape. I'll have to see if it floats, if it was a bug. So now I'm stirring back. Amy, quite a color choice you got here.
I feel like that purple's very dark.
It is. Okay. Now one thing I could do is pour this into my tubes, and that will slow down the process, because in here it's going to heat up faster. We're at 90 degrees. It's going to heat up faster because there's more volume. So by putting it in the tubes where it's separated and they're in cold tubes, that'll slow down my setting. So I only want to do that if I'm needing that time, which maybe we are, I don't know. So let's go ahead and pour. This should be interesting, pouring out of the big one. And I got to keep an eye to not overfill these, because I need enough room to leave for the color. Okay, that should be good. Yeah, these take a lot of resin. Pretty close to the same. Hey, we're not far off. Oh, you know what I can put? I'm going to throw one more in here. Even though we won't have enough to fill it, we can do like a shorter blank with it. And that way we use all our resin. Oh, actually, that worked out pretty good. What I'm going to do with this last little bit is just add a tiny bit to each one. And that'll give me a little more color, because we didn't fill the fun funnel. All right, that should be good. Let's stir these up. Fun funnel, fun funnel. Now, one other thing I like to do is I don't want to pour these full of clear and then right away hit them with the color, because what happens is bubbles will come to the top and like raise out of the pour and sit in the middle. So I like to let them sit a bit, kind of tap them. And if I have a big clump of bubbles, I can push them to the side with a clean stick. That being said, we're going to pull these away. Let's see what our temp is. Ooh, 96. We're there. We need to pour. Okay, so we're going to move quickly here. We're under the gun. Now, the only beauty is the speed of the pour will be faster because we're using the funnel. Whereas normally I would have to layer each color and do my thing. Yeah, see, we're not full, so that's good. Now remember, my colors are not as hot as my clear is. My clear has been warming longer. That does look cool, Jake. Give Jake some credit here for his fun funnel. Looks pretty cool. Okay. Now I am surely going to make a mess here, right? Because literally I'm taking this cap off. So let's do this. Let's get these out of the way. And let's get the pressure pot up here without knocking over the fun funnel. Okay, this is the big boy. Oh, that's why I hate the 5-gallon. It's so heavy. Okay, we're going to set the lid on the floor. Okay, let's get this up here. Amy, get to where you can see. And what I'm going to do is just take the funnel off, or the bottom off, and then I'm going to just start pouring. Ooh, I wonder how fast this is going to pour. I better have a cup for emergencies. This is my first use, so this is going to be interesting. Okay, ready? Oh, geez, that's fast. Okay, this may not have worked at all like I thought it would. I mean, I barely have time to hold it. I gotta tell you, it looks cool if it works. We'll see. Okay. That is pretty fun, but man, it happens fast. The real, I mean, look at the wood here, Amy, like how the layers are. If it comes out like that, dropping through the clear, we're in good shape. We will not know if this was good or bad until we take these out. So we're gonna put them in here, put them under some pressure, and hopefully we get a really cool result. First time use, maybe this wasn't the best choice to do a color drop. However, I think if it works, it's gonna be killer. But if you were doing like a block mold, that would be much easier for, you know, just kind of letting it flow. But man, you could get some really cool patterns in that too. All right, let's fill this guy up. We're gonna go to about 40 pounds, provided I can read it. Now, main thing here is let's get rid of the rest of this resin. Oh, there it comes. Look how cool that looks. See, that would look awesome in a block mold. And then what I've got here is a little small bucket with acetone. And the acetone will clean the resin, I believe. So I'm just going to kind of roll it around in there and let it get into the things. And just let it flow out. I mean, hopefully this is how you clean it. Hey, it looks like it's working. So I'm just kind of letting it do its thing here. And then I'm going to take this outside and let it dry because I don't want this stinky acetone in the shop here. We're in our office, which is our casting office. Okay, so we will pop those out here in a few hours and show you what came about with the fun funnel in the giant color drop. And we'll see if it worked. Hey turners, it's been about 4 hours, so we're gonna take out those color drop blanks and see if they are color drop blanks or if they're just blanks. Did I mess up the poster? Shoot. Pressure pot hit the poster. All right. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I see one that dropped. So these are our mold plugs. I don't know if I mentioned that in the first one. You can see it literally just slid out when I popped the plug, which is what you want. The more you use your tubes, the better they become. All right, take a look at that mix. Now it looks like, looking from the top down, you can see the color stuck there, and it's right in the center. So this will actually be a really great one. Some of this pink might turn away, but it's not right on the edge that it looks. It's like there's clear behind it. So that one actually looks pretty cool. So I have high hopes now. Let's see if this one comes out as easy. Pop it. I mean, you can't beat that, right? Oh, look at this one. The layers look awesome. Now, a lot of times you can't see it like this because you can see how the thing went on the side. The color went down the side, but it also hung in the middle. And with a big blank like that, you got a lot of cool feathers and flares in the color. So that one's pretty killer. So far, I'd say we're 2 for 2. Those are pretty good. And these mold plugs, we make them in all different sizes. We make these. These are 1.5 inch for 1.5 inch PVC from Home Depot. You can also get all the way up to, I'm about to do some 4-inch. Here's a 4-inch plug and PVC. But we have all different sizes. Ooh, we got a stiff one. So this, sometimes you got to get them started. Oh, see, I'm full all the way to the top. I gotta kind of, probably not a great idea to hit on my pressure pot. I might have to grab a mallet for that one. They don't always fall out, but let's see. Oh, this one moved. Boy, that's nice. Oh, and another winner. Look at the streaks. Now, what's funny is the pink, remember we did pink, green, blue, and purple? The pink and the green kind of hung at the top. But I'm sure they're mixing in there a little bit. So probably there's some pink and green up here, but then it fell. The drop is just for the color. Oh yeah, there you go. And again, if I look down the middle, I don't know if the camera will show it, but you can see the color right down the center. Pretty neat. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to go grab a mallet so I can pop this one loose. So I really had to give this one a whack to break it loose. And you can see that it's bent. So it could have been the heat from such a big pour. It could have been that it's just hot here. But once you get it loose, it's coming out. Definitely doesn't feel as slick. I may not have sprayed this one because we were doing 3 and then I grabbed the 4th one. So there's a chance this one wasn't mold released, and it's showing why you want a mold release. Okay, let me go put this in the vise. This is too hard to hold.
A few moments later.
This definitely didn't have mold release, and I had to tap it out by putting the mold or the tube in a vise and using another tube. But you can also see there's a big dip here. So maybe on the inside of the tube there's a little deformity and it might catch it. So that was a real bear to get out, but it came out. And look at the colors. That one has a little more of the pink drug through. But these are going to make some nice color drop handles. And you can see even on this one all the way up here how the color's in the middle like we wanted. So I guess the verdict is the fun funnel is pretty fun, and you can do color drop, but it happens real fast, so you got to be real ready. But these are pretty cool blanks. We'll get these trimmed up and cleaned up and put on Turner's warehouse, and you should give it a try. Thanks for watching. And super, you need to use mold release. Yes, Amy, that is correct. Mold release is a must.